What's going on? We back. Actually early morning grind. Shit, looking like a mess. The haircut, but you know, Danny Garcia. Well, Shawn Porter, called out Danny Garcia after the WBC wants to order WBC interim title fight. Winner would be this kind of the champion until Keith Thurman gets back into the ring. And Danny Garcia told him to send the contract on Instagram. I did videos on all three little things. But, look at the fight, man. A lot of people just think Shawn Porter, some people think Shawn Porter is just going to run through Danny Garcia. And a lot of people just fuel their picks on emotion. It's an emotional pick. A lot of people they feel a certain type of way towards a guy. And they try to see everything towards the guy, towards the other guy and see why he win and don't look across the ring and give the other guy proper credit. And, you know, that is what it is. I'm going to just call it how I see it. And how I see it is this. Danny Garcia, every time that he had had a fight close or lost a fight, it was to a guy that was able to utilize the all facets of the ring. They was able to box, move, and the movement kept Danny Garcia, off balance, not being able to operate at full strength, especially after the Matisse fight. Once Mauricio Herrera put the blueprint out on him, everybody that's been able to try to move has been trying to follow it. Lamont Peterson, Keith Thurman, Robert Guerrero just, made a dumb move by not, fighting a disciplined fight. But that was on him, but, happy retirement to him. And you got to have a jab to really beat Danny Garcia, especially if you're going to come down the pipe and try to bully him. He lives for that. Danny Garcia lives for that. Anybody that's going to tee off and be offensive and not being defensive responsible, that's right up his alley, I think Shawn Porter is going to have to work the body. I still don't think Lucas Matisse or Danny Garcia are the same fighter that they were before they fought each other. Still think they kind of, damaged goods a little bit. But, Shawn, let's talk about Shawn first. Shawn is going to have to, tighten that jab up, man. You're not going to beat, Danny Garcia with a lazy jab or not using your jab. Coming down the pipe, straight down the pipe, even if you're going to use some angles and just, flaunting hooks, not using straight punches. Not going to do it. Danny Garcia is going to catch and shoot all day. He's going to counter you all day. So he has to change his attack up. I think he needs to start down low, bring Danny Garcia high guard down, then bring the hooks upstairs if he's just going to abstain from using straight punches. He tried to use the jab versus Berto, and it helped. He got to get used to using that jab. He gets away from that jab too much. I thought he would have been more effective versus Keith Thurman if he would have threw a straight punch. Both him and Keith Thurman was trying to knock each other out with hooks the whole fight. If one of those threw a straight punch, we might be talking about a knockout instead of a close decision that could have went either way. Now, if Shawn chooses to use those hooks, he had to work the body. I think that's imperative. Because if he come down the pipe and try to headhunt with Danny Garcia, Garcia is going to catch and shoot all day. He's going to use his jab. He's going to shoot his straight right down the pipe. He's going to catch Shawn Porter with his chin up all day. And then at the end of the day, he's going to put the finishing touches, the whipped cream on top of the pie with that no-look left hook he throws. So that's what's going to happen. Danny is going to be in his wheelhouse. That's why Danny accepted this fight so quickly. Because he didn't want to accept Earl Spence's, request. And he was calling him out for a month. Then he called him out last week again. So he wasn't going to accept that request, but he sees opportunity in Shawn Porter. Fans are going to accept the fight. All right. He fights Shawn Porter. Don't worry about Earl Spence. And that's what it is. But like I said, Danny's going to be able to, because Danny uses straight punches. He throws that no-look hook, but he comes straight down the pipe with a jab and a right hand behind it. And that's going to be the key. Same thing. I don't understand why Keith Thurman didn't use that that Kell Brook method. That's all Kell Brook did. Kell Brook 1-2, grab. 1-2, grab, chop, grab. Then he sometimes he checking with the hook, the left hook. Then sometimes he jab, left hook. You know, yeah. He told I did a video on it. He told on his Instagram post, you go to Shawn Porter's Instagram, and it should be a highlighted comment out of 400, probably way more than that. Danny Garcia told him that send a contract. He accepted his request quicker than quick. He did do that. So I see Danny Garcia just practicing the 1-2, and then when Porter is a sitting duck for the no look left hook he throws, he's gonna be an issue. But I definitely could see Shawn winning this fight if he makes some adjustments. If Shawn chooses to be a hook master this fight, like Peter Quillen, that's all they throw is hooks. They just abstain from throwing straight punches. It's gonna have to be with a good body attack and slow Danny down, and then bring him upstairs later. A lot of body work. I don't understand why Shawn Porter don't do more body work. I think he's a solid body puncher. I think this fight he should try to break Danny Garcia ribs and then bring it upstairs for the knockout. But in a perfect world, for a perfect game plan before I get off with Shawn Porter, it should be a jab, then following the hooks upstairs, bringing the hooks downstairs. I think everything in this fight with Shawn Porter should start with a jab the whole fight. And I think if he's able to keep a jab and come at angles with Danny Garcia, that's his best opportunity to win this fight. Jab, right hook, jab, left hook to the body, just stuff like that. Just mixing it up, just putting your jab in there. The jab he should have more jabs thrown in this fight than he's ever did in his life. More jabs landed than he ever did in his life. Amateur, pro, kid, I don't care, semi-pro, whatever he's done, street fight. The jab should be based off his whole attack should be based off the jab. That's his training camp. Should be working on the jab, and throwing the hook behind her. If he don't come behind the jab, or if he chooses not to work the body, in my second game plan for him, I can predict him getting knocked out this fight or getting hurt very badly. People shortchange what Danny does best. With an all-out offensive fighter, slugger like Shawn Porter, Danny Garcia is a counterpuncher. That's what Danny Garcia is. He's a counterpuncher. He catches your shots on the gloves and he returns it with the same hand. That's an excellent trait to have. And with a guy that's overly aggressive like Porter, that doesn't use a jab, that comes in chin up, wild, that's a counterpuncher's dream. That's a counterpuncher's dream. That's why he accepted the fight. He's going to be able to check Shawn Porter's chin. As long as he has the juice and stamina to stand up to Shawn Porter's aggressive nature, I guarantee he's going to make Shawn Porter less aggressive. By the 6th, 7th round, Shawn Porter going to be thinking. And that's not his game. He's not a thinking man. He's a go-getter. And once he get to thinking like Kell Brook got him thinking, Danny Garcia is just going to be in the zone. It's catching shots, picking shots off, coming straight down the middle in between those hooks, grabbing them, rolling out, doing what he got to do. That's as simple as it's going to be for Danny Garcia. This is an easy fight for Danny Garcia style-wise if Shawn Porter don't improve the jab. Now, if Shawn Porter comes with a jab, it's an issue. Or he comes with the body work, it's an issue. Even though that Danny could be winning the fights in the early rounds, if Shawn Porter worked the body, then bring the hooks upstairs, it's going to be an issue. But his game plan should that's plan B. Plan A should be everything off the jab. Jab to the chest, jab to the stomach, jab upstairs, bring the hooks upstairs and downstairs, keep it moving, keep him guessing. Because if Danny Garcia is able to see what you're doing and you ain't throwing that jab, I tell you, you're going to catch those hooks and return fire. That's what he does. He's a great counterpuncher. And like I said, an overly aggressive offensive guy who don't think about defense like Shawn Porter, it's a highlight reel type of knockout for Danny Garcia, this fight, or a brutal ass whooping. That's my opinion on it. We go.